So this is my concept board, and first I just wanted to talk about what I have drawn here. So what I have drawn is a tree. Besides this tree on this paper, we have these crumpled up pieces of paper which are representative of clouds. So the way that I drew this was using a marker and making these lines very straight and pronounced, same as up here where we start to see that mix of color. So I chose to use two separate colors with a hard contrast of this white in the background. There is a reason I chose to do that, and that is to show the representation of our fate here. And with the line, that's what I chose to show is fate. So here is at the bottom is the beginning of our life when we come into the world, and we are on a straight and narrow path, as Antigone was with her fate, and she only had basically one place that she could go with the happenings in the play. So I will go ahead now and talk about the color. So I chose this green as this green to be representative of life, and the tree at the base here is alive and doing well and prospering. And as you slowly start to move up the tree, you'll see that you're following along these lines of your life, of your fate. Then you get to this section up here, which on my concept board would be representative of when Antigone is sentenced to death by her uncle Creon for trying to bury her brother. So that's why then you'll start to see a little bit of brown coming in here with the green, showing that it's kind of towards the end of the end of your fate, the end of your life, I guess you could say. So we're going to start to show this brown color where the tree is starting to die and decay, and we're not going to have this green foliage at the top coming off these branches. We just have bare branches. As you can see, there's also the outline of where the leaves would be, but we chose not to show those leaves, as this tree at the top has now died, representing the end of your life and now your fate, being in the clouds, representative of, an area of heaven or so, as Antigone decided to take her life. So again, I just wanted to say the color contrast here, just showing how it's a very straight and narrow focused path in Antigone's life. And she really only has, she's following along this line towards her fate. So I wanted to show that hard contrast of these brown and green colors with the white background, to not take away from the idea of I wanted the viewer to focus on these lines starting at the bottom and then gradually coming up towards the top into this dead area here. Again, the line we have this way, going towards the top of the tree, representing the length of life, and then the texture. I chose to use the non-glossy side of this. I chose to use the back of this poster board. So again, that's just a dull color. So again, to not take away from the line and color that I wanted the attention drawn to over here. And then the texture, besides the paper, the poster paper I decided to choose, we also did, as I said earlier, include these paper balls to represent the clouds and being at the top of the tree and being in the clouds and in heaven at the end of Antigone's life. Thank you.